So ever since the Mighty Guru show has been canceled, I've seen a lot of people saying deserved, that's what he gets, all this stuff. And I was wondering, as an MMA community, if we're going to be canceling people, as you can see, canceled. This says due to the Cheeto Vera stuff was just false. It was due to him and DJ not wanting Guru to say some crazy stuff, which I get. I don't blame DJ at all. I did like the show personally, but because no matter what, it doesn't matter what you think. The show itself wasn't bad. It was just what Guru was saying on his own streams. But anyways, so it's canceled now. I just want to go over some other people that we haven't canceled yet, because apparently we're going to be canceling people for what they say, and I like to cancel people for what they do as well. Not only what they say, but also what they do. And there's a lot of people in this MMA community who do a lot of awful stuff that we just let fly by. So first off, let's talk about Habib, alright? My favorite friend. I'm best friends with him. So Habib recently, here's some actions of him. He is using his dead father to promote, digital collectible gifts and crypto, and I don't even know. He is doing this all using his dead father's name. I don't want to be heartless. Maybe Habib just wants to do this out of the love of his heart and to, let his father's memory live on. But, my father hasn't died like that. I feel bad for him. But I have had family members who died, and I don't think I would personally be using them to make a profit and be selling digital coins and stuff. I think I'm frozen. Can you see that?
Some gifts carry more than value.
Oh.
They carry meaning.
Carry meaning, and then it's a Telegram ad. I don't know. I just find this very weird. He's using his dead father's name to promote himself. Also, Habib's just been teaming up with a lot of cryptos, not scams, just a lot of crypto coins, multi-bank, MGM. A lot of weird crypto stuff from Habib. I don't know, I just find it weird, and no one's getting upset with Habib for doing all this. There's also something else I want to show with Habib. So first off, we cancel people for who they hang out with. You cancel people were hating on Mighty Mouse for hanging out with Guru. Let's see who Habib hangs out with. Is that the rapist Mike Tyson, who is convicted of rape? Let's former heavyweight boxing Mike Tyson accused of raping 18-year-old beauty pageant contestant Desiree Washington. Found guilty by an Indiana jury. 10-year prison sentence with 4 years suspended. I know she dropped the charges a couple months ago, but it's very strange that you can cancel the Mighty Guru show for DJ associating with Guru, because Guru said some crazy stuff on stream, but you let Habib get away with doing weird crypto stuff and hanging out with a rapist. And here's another MGM, another weird token thing. There's also something else I wanted to show. So I don't know if you know this. Back in 2020, I think. Yep, 2020. Habib posts this. So this is, if you don't know, a photo of a footprint with the French. What is it? It's like a French ambassador, like the leader of France or something, Macron. Footprint over his wife, October 30th, 2022. Alright, remember the date. Important. So may the Almighty disgrace the face of this creature and all of his followers who, under the slogan of freedom of speech, insult the feelings of more than 1 billion Muslim believers. May the Almighty humiliate them in his life and the next. Allah is quick in the calculation, and you will see it. We Muslims love our Prophet Muhammad. May Allah bless him and peace be upon him, more than our mothers, fathers, children's wives, and all other people close to our heart. Believe me, these provocations will turn out to them. The end is always for those who fear God. And then he quotes the Quran. So this is a picture of him, Macron, with a footprint on his face, October 3rd, 2022. This is in response to Macron When was this? October 29th, 2022. French president, so he's the French president, Emmanuel Macron has said that France will not give in to terrorism after 3 people were killed in a knife attack in a church. I don't know what Habib is. He said we will not give in to terrorism. So one of the victims, a 60-year-old woman, was found at the entrance of a church with a deep cut to her throat. They thought she was going to lose her head. That's how deep the cut was. She almost was beheaded. French anti-terror prosecutor Jean-Francois Richard said in a press conference, a 55-year-old man also died from a fatal wound to the throat, and the third casualty, a 44-year-old woman, stabbed several times before she fled the church. She died at a nearby restaurant. Very clearly French is under attack, and basically he said the reason behind this attack was the border and when, not the best people in, of course. So Habib clearly had a big problem with this. All Macron said is they will not give in to terrorism after three old people died, 2 old ladies and an old man, 1 nearly decapitated. It took 28 minutes. And Habib did not like that Macron did not appreciate 3 of his citizens being stabbed and almost decapitated. But Habib, great guy, very humble, amazing stuff. Don't cancel him. Cancel Guru for some words. Habib's never done a wrong thing in his life. There's also someone else. John Jones. John Jones is a great guy. Let's see. Former UFC champion John Jones avoids jail over car accident. That's strange. I saw him on a podcast not too long ago. I've seen him on a bunch of podcasts. I've seen him be paid millions of dollars to fight Stipe, and he's not canceled in the MMA community. Not everyone, but a lot of people I see love him. I didn't see them calling to cancel him, and, any podcast that associates with John Jones need to be canceled. That's strange. But let's read this article real quick. Let's just read over this article for a little bit. Former UFC champion John Jones avoids jail over car accident. Fighter given up to 18 months of probation. Pleads guilty to leaving the scene of an accident. Former UFC champion avoided a jail sentence, pleading guilty to leaving the scene of an accident. So, Johns ran from a scene of a car crash in Albuquerque, New Mexico, that left a pregnant woman with a broken arm, and then quickly returned to grab a handful of cash from his rental car. Shortly after his arrest, John Jones was stripped and his heavyweight title was suspended. So of course, after crashing into a pregnant woman, definitely not high on drugs and alcohol, he just randomly crashed into her for fun, and he left the scene of the crime and then returned back to get some cash. Judge Charles W. Brown sentenced Jones to conditional probation of up to 18 months. Very, John Jones definitely didn't pay off, so he didn't have to spend any time in jail. He can do a hit and run, avoid the crime, flee the crime with a pregnant lady, and then I think don't take this as fact, but I'm pretty sure she miscarried. Coincidentally, she had a miscarriage after this. I'm sure the car crash that left her with a broken arm really helped her carry her baby to term. But anyways. That was a joke, by the way, so John Jones can't sue me, because that's all a joke, and this is sarcasm. But that's just another thing. John Jones, what else has he done? Arrested when his fiancée, Jessie Moses, was found with blood on her face, but she denied abuse accusations. Now, we all know abuse victims love to stick up to their abusers and don't stay by their sides. That's a classic thing of domestic violence and abusive relationships, is the abusee loves to get away from them. Alright, they won't defend them. So let's see what happens. Fiancée Jessie Jones was found with blood all over her face, but she denied any physical abuse. John Jones was inducted into the Hall of Fame. So the night he was inducted into the Hall of Fame, he was arrested, and their 4 daughters were staying at the luxurious hotel Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. A call was made to the police by the hotel staff when John Jones and Jessie Moses' youngest daughter asked for help. As soon as the authority arrived, they noticed that John Jones's fiancée, Jessie Moses, had blood all over her face and clothing, but denied John Jones had caused the bleeding. I mean, that nasty door handle just slammed her face into it, you know? She slammed her face into John Jones's fist. What an idiot. I mean, who would do that? I can't believe his fiance would just keep on. She grabbed John Jones's fist and just went bam, bam, till she bleed. She was bleeding so badly, their youngest daughter of 4 called for help from the hotel staff. But John Jones, don't cancel him. He's a great guy. He's a great fighter. Great guy. I shook his hand. Bisping. But, you know, no one has a problem with John Jones, really. Like, whenever I see him on Twitter, X, I don't really see people saying, what is this guy doing, you know? MMA Guru got a lot of backlash, a lot of hate for saying some crazy stuff, sure, but I think beating your wife and doing a hit and run, sorry, not beating your wife beating herself using your fist, and doing a hit and run is a lot worse than that. And then, you know, maybe posting the image of a president who is, discouraging and saying that we will not accept terrorism in our country and our borders have failed when 3 of its citizens have been nearly decapitated randomly. And using your dead father to promote crypto scams and weird financial gains for you using your dead father's name is a little bit worse than some mean words. But, you know, what do I know? I mean, what do I know, really? Let's see what else. What else did I have queued up? I had a lot of good stuff queued up. But what is this? Oh, yeah, okay. So, revealed that he had gone with friends, but when he returned, he pulled her hair and got into an argument. So that's what it was. They just got into an argument. He pulled her hair. They got into an argument. No physical altercation at all. The UFC fighter was arrested. What else do we have? So, Gable Stevenson. Is that a little bit better? I'll do this. Okay, that's a little bit better. Gable Stevenson. The Buffalo Bills signing ex-wrestler Gable Stevenson reeks of hypocrisy and tone deafness. What happened? Buffalo Bills gold medalist. I am an idiot. Maybe John Jones beat me and I've lost my ability to talk. So back in June of 2019, Stevenson and another former Minnesota wrestler, Dylan Martinez, were arrested after a woman reported them that she was raped by 2 men and went to the hospital for treatment. Fortunately, at this time, there was a loophole in Minnesota's law that said a person could not be charged for sexual assault or rape if the alleged victim was willingly intoxicated. So Stevenson and Martinez faced no punishment. So, because this lady was drunk enough, she chose to drink, and they then, you know, did what wrestlers do. They will not be charged with sexual assault or rape, you know. But for some reason, when I go on Twitter, let's just search up. Sorry, I was doing research. Let's just search up Gable Stevenson real quick on Twitter. Let's see if any. Oh, okay. Shot a double leg on a conscious opponent. Now this is some. Gable Stevenson just double-legged an unconscious man. He's good at doing that to unconscious people. Don't look at this. This ruins my point. Maybe like, oh wait, look at this. Gable Stevenson would beat the crap out of Tom Aspinall. Some praise, alright. I was hoping to do like good people. There we go. How long before we see the Olympian in the UFC? 27,000 views, 200 likes. What about this one? Once Gable Stevenson signs to the UFC, it's literally over for everyone. You guys can hurry up and sign Gable Stevenson. Stop updating. I just see, the majority of what I see is people celebrating Gable Stevenson, saying, whoa, this guy is crazy. We need him in the UFC. This kind of ruined my point. So don't look into it too much. Okay? That ruined my point a little bit. I went off script. That's my bad. But it still stands, you know. A lot of people are hyped for Gable Stevenson to get into the UFC. Not cancel him over... a loophole in rape charges. But we'll cancel Guru once again for saying some bad stuff. What else do I have? Okay, so this is my favorite one. Let's, here is Movzar Evloev, alright? Okay, I don't want to, ruin anything. This is a little hard to hear, so I may... Okay, I'm going to turn this up. I'll also turn this up a little bit. Okay? Let's just hear what Movzar Evloev has to say out of his mouth. No one really canceled him for this. He's still a UFC fighter. He still can do everything. No one's canceling him over this. Twitter didn't go into a huge uproar for... how long was the Mighty Guru stuff? 3 or 4 days? They didn't take forever and go off on that and make Movzar Evloev do anything. But this is Movzar Evloev. Tell Sneeko why men should marry younger women. Do you see that title? Oh, you don't. Oh, you don't need to. I don't care. I just read the title to you of this video. I kind of spoiled it, but let's see.
Точно не знаешь.
You're not gonna exactly know what kind of person she is, because
Yeah.
she can fake it all 5 years.
Yeah,
To get,
they do.
She was 17.
Oh, okay. So his current wife, who he had met as a child, he met her for like a week, and then they got married a week or two later. She was 17. How old was he?
Yeah.
I was 23, she was
He was 23.
17.
She was 17. Now, I know age of consent's not the same everywhere, right? But, it's just strange. She was 17. He was 23. And I know, this doesn't do really anything for Evloev. That's just how they do it in there. That's how they do it in Dagestani. It's arranged marriage. It's, that you find out who you're going to marry and you marry them. That's how it works. But I don't know. It's just strange that there was no uproar for this, really. I mean, people are saying Evloev deserves a title shot, all this and that. Not really any backlash for that. I don't know. Let's hear what he has to say.
And when your wife is a little bit younger,
It's easier to make her your wife.
So, Evloev was trying to get on a path somewhere. He goes, when your wife's younger, and he's at a loss for words. So, Sneeko, of course, the top-notch man that he is, he goes, it's easier to make her your wife, You can, they're less experienced, so they'll just listen to you. It's kind of his thought process. Evloev disagrees greatly. Let's hear what he thinks instead.
I don't know how...
He doesn't...
Это когда твоя жена моложе тебя,
He's speaking Russian right
когда
now. So
ее мозги еще не успели, да, вот это всего мусора набрать.
воспитать имеешь в виду?
Воспитать будет не очень правильное слово. Как-то, не знаю, как-то объяснить ей легче, потому что у нее нету этого мусора в голове.
So
Going
basically, it's like
crazy.
when
Whoa!
you marry like an older woman, she already has
Big
her ways.
experience.
She has her experience. She has her ways set. It's hard.
She has opinions.
Yeah.
she has opinions. Am I right? So when you marry an older woman who is around your age and not underage, for Americans, let's see. So let's see. Worldwide age of consent map. I'm doing some off the cusp research right here. So let's look. Crud. This doesn't help. Crud. Why does this say 16? Age of consent. This ruined everything. Alright, don't look at this. Crud. I'm gonna have to... Dude, I'm not good at this off the cusp thing. I am not good. Don't mind that, please. That ruined my whole video. How long have I been going? 20 minutes? You know what? Screw it, alright? We're gonna keep on going. Just don't bring that up. This part of the video didn't happen. Anyways, I just find that strange that, my Guru show's been canceled. Of course, again, this is fake. It's because Guru was saying some crazy stuff on stream about Russians and inbreds and all that stuff, because inbred is a racist thing to say now. So that was canceled. but don't cancel Habib. He's a really nice guy. He doesn't promote crypto scams using his dead father's name. He doesn't, use his father's memory and his name and his good name to financially promote himself and scam other people via crypto. He doesn't interact with rapists because everyone loves Mike Tyson. Everyone loves Mike Tyson. I don't see any complaints about that. I don't find any complaints about meeting up with Mike Tyson. But, there's another crypto thing. Of course, no one gets mad at Habib for being upset at Macron for saying that we will not give in to terrorist attacks. Is that it? France is very clearly under attack. National terror alert, and then saying we will not give in to terrorism after his citizens were nearly beheaded by just someone. No one in particular, but that was an attack at all Muslims. That was an attack at all Muslims, more than 1 billion Muslim believers. All right, he insulted the feelings. Macron saying we will not, what was it? Let me get a quote. We will not give in to terrorism was an attack, an insult, which insults the feelings of more than 1 billion Muslim believers. That was an assault. You heard it here first from Habib Nurmagomedov. That was an assault by saying we will not give in to terrorism, and France is clearly under attack. All right, so cool things from Habib. John Jones, great guy, everyone loves him. Don't cancel him for doing a car crash, failing PED tests. I didn't even bring that up because that's morally it's wrong, but it's not really like breaking the law wrong. It's just being a moral piece of crap who will cheat in a sport where you're supposed to beat people up, and he'll do anything to increase the chance of him not losing by taking PEDs. But don't cancel John Jones. He's really cool. He can go on any podcast. We love John Jones, the GOAT. The GOAT. Greatest of all time. Greatest wife beater of all time. Don't cancel Gable Stevenson. He's really cool. His rape was a loophole, so that doesn't count. That rape or sexual assault was actually not rape or sexual assault because she was drunk. Okay. Also, this is a great one. This is John Jones. So this is the, after his wife was not beaten by him, right? This was, of course, the September night. He didn't beat his, fiance, not wife. I see people, when you say that John Jones beat his wife, they go, she wasn't his wife, which is a great rebuttal. But here's John Jones getting arrested after his daughter called the hotel faculty, and they called the police because John Jones' fiance at the time had blood all over her for some weird reason. Period. Must have been a period. Crazy period. Just very funny. He's freaking out. What'd I do? He hates him. Whoa! Significant strike.
No, please don't in the car. Okay, breathe, bro.
I think that's probably the most damaging significant strike John Jones has landed on anyone in his UFC career. Anyways, I just want to go over that. Man, I wish this was longer. 24 minutes is pretty long, though. I talked a lot. Let me put this ending thing on a pretty good looking, there we go. Does that look better? That looks a little bit better. Canceled. Mighty Guru Show canceled. Don't cancel any of the other people in this video. They are nice people. They don't promote crypto scams. They don't get mad at people for calling someone that stabbed 3 people to death and almost decapitated them terrorists. Don't cancel people who are accused of abusing their wife and doing a hit and run where they leave a pregnant lady with a broken arm at the crime scene and runs away and then comes back and grabs money and then runs away again. And then don't get mad and cancel people who technically do a rape charge with his buddy, but actually because there's a loophole in the law at the time where if they were willingly drunk, the victim was willingly drunk, it doesn't count as rape at all. Don't do that either. Don't get mad at them, and don't get mad at someone saying that their wife needs to be really, really young because they need to mold them perfectly how they fit, how they see fit, and that they can't marry older people because they have their own view sets and that they have their own opinions, and that they need to marry them young because you need to mold them into your personal view. Don't get mad at that. Don't cancel any of those people. Cancel Guru. He's a bad man. He does say some crazy stuff, though, I will say. I don't really think saying crazy stuff all the time is the best thing, but it's words. I mean, I don't care. I don't care, it's words. Freedom of speech. I don't like people making, I don't really care too much. I just think it's freedom of speech, and he's in the UK, so they actually don't have that. So you know what? Get on you guys. You got him good. But I feel like if you are going to cancel him, you might as well go for everybody. Get some other people who have actually done some bad stuff instead of said some bad stuff. I don't know. John Jones is on a podcast every week doing stuff. I see people championing Gable Stevenson to be in the UFC. I'm seeing Habib being called humble, and people are doing his crypto scams and love him. I'm seeing Evloev. People want him to get the title shot. People love him. Anyways, don't be money, make some money. Buy the numbers. See ya. Great video. All right. Also, ignore that off the cusp stuff I was doing. I'm not good at that. So just ignore any time I accidentally just disproved my the whole reason I did this video. Ignore that. All right, now bye. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. All right, for real. I think I